This is the cluster stitch pattern. You can see these little clusters of threads every so often interspersed. It's a multiple of 6 plus 5 for your cast on, and it's a repeat of 8 rows, but only on 2 of those rows do you do anything special. So I started with 2 rows of garter stitch, and then I did the pattern. And basically you start with row 1, purl, then knit, then purl. So I'm going to do that now. So I've done those 3 rows, purl, knit, purl, and I'm ready to do the cluster row now. To do that, you knit 4 stitches. I always slip the first. 4. And then you knit 3 more stitches. 1, 2, 3. Then you take another needle, you can use a cable needle or just another double pointed needle, and you slip those 3 stitches onto that needle. Then you're going to take your yarn and you're going to wrap it around 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to take the right needle and slip those stitches back on to that needle. That's 2, and the last one, 3. You drop that needle and then you start knitting again. You're going to knit 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to knit 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to again take that secondary needle, just like before, slip the stitches onto that needle, so, and again taking your yarn, wrap it around 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then once again get those stitches back onto the right needle. 1, 2, 3. Drop the needle and knit 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you've made the clusters in the same position as the first pattern, so that matches. Now we're going to simply purl, knit, purl, and I'll get back to you for the next cluster row. Now we're ready for row 8, and we're going to make the clusters to match this row. So you knit 1, and then you knit 3. 1, 2, 3. You take your extra needle, slip the stitches on. 1, 2, 3. Be careful that you don't drop anything. And you're going to again wrap the stitches around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you see my needle drop off? That was a mistake. Get that back on there. In fact, I'm going to stick it through a few stitches so I don't lose it again while I get these stitches back on to this needle. 2, 3, drop it, that out, and again knit those stitches. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to again knit 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 3, and those stitches are going to go on your extra needle. One, 2, 3, and we're going to then wrap 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then get those needles back. Oh, I got all 3 at once. Drop your needle and knit them again. 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 3, and again 1, 2, 3. Get your extra needle. I'm going to have trouble with this again, so I'm going to stick it through so I don't lose it. Get these onto this other needle. 1, 2, 3, and then I'm going to wrap again 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then slide them back on and get them, got them all at the same time again. Then you have 1 stitch left and you knit. So that is row 8. Now you have this really fun pattern. I think it would make a great sweater pattern or a hat pattern. You can do the wraps. I did it 6 times. You can do it 4 times. You can do it 3 times. You can do it 2 times. You can do it tight. You can do it loose. And just whatever you do, try to make them look somewhat the same. I see that some of mine are a little bit too loose on this last row. But anyway, that is the cluster stitch pattern. So I hope you'll give it a try and subscribe to my YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, and happy knitting, everyone.